there's a very low percentage of this that is smiles and glory holes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. I've got my Tim Pool beanie on, and I'm wearing it for the same reason that Tim Pool wears his beanie, and that is because I'm missing part of my skull. Welcome, welcome. I'm here to entertain you and inform you, and when you leave here, you will be confused and less informed. Confused and ignorant. You ready for that? All right, let's dive right in. What's up, lovers? What are we doing tonight? Well, tonight we are going over the Tim Pool video with Bubba. This is the uncensored green room footage. Now, we did not watch any of this. I was actually confused. I thought that this part that we're about to watch, I thought was actually part of what we watched last night. Remember when they took it to the Uncensored show, the call-in show on Rumble, and you know, you guys were here. We tried to fucking get in on the Discord, and it was a complete bust. I wasted like $30 on super chats. You guys remember what happened. So anyway, yeah. Good times, though, but costly. But anyway, so that was not the Uncensored show that we're going to watch now. This is the super secret green room footage. And this is, I think this is them talking before the actual TimCast show. So they're kind of more laid back and discussing whatever topics they want to discuss. That's the main course for tonight. So, yeah, put your beanies on and let's go. And I don't know what the prize will be, okay? But just to get people involved here, it might just be the prize may in fact be a blowjob like it normally is, a free prostate milking, whatever. You pick which one you want from me. But I have not really a contest, but if you can see how many beanies, you guys saw the thumbnail for this video, and I edited in a bunch of beanies, okay? I don't want to say how many. You got to tell me in the chat or the comments, you have to tell me how many beanies are in the thumbnail total, including the one Tim Pool is wearing, even though that's the only real beanie in the picture. The rest of the beanies in the picture, I edited in, okay? I put one on Bubba's head and other ones in the picture. You have to count all of the beanies and pay attention, okay? All right, let me get to the chat page, see what people are saying, how many beanies they think. The fuck are we doing? Next, I'm going to have you guys try 5 different kinds of potato chips and guess which ones. All right, let's move on. The Fat Pig. What's up, lover? In here first. What's up, lover? Thanks for all the support, Fat Pig. I love you. Good evening, sweet cheeks. I am just a candy-ass little twink. Natural Aspired. Welcome, bro. Thanks for joining us. Michael Earl's in here. Thank you all for getting in here. Bob Cook. Should be a fun show tonight, guys. This should get interesting. I think they're going to discuss Visaxizines, which I don't know why I'm saying it like that, because they're about to say it like 50 times, I'm sure, in this video. I listened to probably around 6 seconds of this video, muted it, and then went and got, I picked apart for the thumbnail. So I truly do not know what twists and turns are in this kind of conversation. It's going to be exciting, guys. We'll see. Remember Alex Stein, and I mentioned this last night while they were live, Tim Pool and Bubba. But Alex Stein had mentioned about them that Stein wanted Bubba and Tim Pool to sort of get into a debate about different topics, one of them being pro-choice versus pro-life. So we'll see if they get into any of the nitty-gritty in there, because as we saw from the show, they kind of didn't really debate the high stakes stuff like that, which I think would have been interesting for Tim Pool and his panel of people that he has on there and his audience to, I thought it would be interesting to get inside Bubba's head a little bit more with a debate type of thing. We'll see what they get into here. But I know Vizaxizines comes up, so we'll see about that. Stacy's up in here. Promo code LOVER. What's up? Well, yeah, we're about to get slutty. I'm not even wearing pants right now. Scott Starbird, what's up, bro? I didn't even have any time to get in your fucking chat, man, until the last minute right before you got on. But I did watch like the last 10 minutes of your stream. I was typing out what I like to get at Starbucks, and then you were starting to say goodbye, and I was like, fuck. Anyway. Lover, how's it going, Scott? Thank you for the support. Fucking yeah, guys, if you don't follow Scott Starbird, go check out his stream and give him, a sub. He's on YouTube. Give him a sub and like his stuff. He goes on at 6 Eastern. He goes 6 to 7. Then Stein goes 7 to 8. And then I go 8 to whenever the fuck. I don't know. Rainey's up in here. What's up, Rainey? Jeff Cron, Bubba the Goats. What's up, lovers? Thanks for joining us. Airplane Willie's up in here. Franklin Hawks. What's up, bro? Snizzook, ladies and gentlemen, Snizzook Slizlayer is in the building. You were watching the Tim Rainey. Where were you in my chat? You're not supposed to be watching on Tim's channel. You're supposed to be watching on my channel. No, it's okay. But yeah, where the fuck were you though? For real? No, I'm kidding. We're good. 3. Oh, wait. We're getting guesses now. Hold on. What do we say? 3. This is the for the counts of the beanies. 3, 8, 3, 9, 5, 8, 9. I will say someone has guessed it already. Someone has guessed it already. You got to really pay attention. Guys, I was cracking up making that thumbnail. I was just, how many beanies can I fit in this picture, like, organically? I could just put 1,000 beanies in there. I could have made a collage of beanies to where all you could see is Tim's face and Bubba's face. I thought about doing that, but that would probably taken me like 30 minutes. I didn't have that kind of time. But that would have been really funny. I was cracking up. Big E, what's up? Lover, thank you, sir, for joining us. Scott Starbird said 7. I don't know if I want to give away the number yet. I want people that watch it later to maybe put it in the comments. If I just give it away right at the beginning of the stream, we won't have as many people guessing. Pat O'Brien is up in here. No pants, prove it. Pat O'Brien would like that. Dark Match, why do you have a shirt on, you little Hispanic wonder? Take it off and tug on those nips. I'm not fucking Hispanic, motherfucker. God damn it. My name is just Hispanic. My last name, that's it. I'm a little white boy. They did not, I was adopted by a Hispanic family. They did not teach me Spanish. So I'm pretty much, I'm white through and through. I can't even pretend that I'm culturally Hispanic. Tell us about Dark Match. Tell us about the last time you relieved yourself. What? What do you mean? Are you talking about waste, or are you well, I mean, it's get wasted either way, but I guess like are you talking about sensually or digestively? It's either 8 or 9. Can't tell if the baby's diaper is a white beanie. Oh, that fucking thumbnail. Oh, fuck. No habla español. Thank you. Yes, me neither. Adam Wiley. Thank you, sir. Adam's over on the Twitter. Thank you for the support, Adam, over on the Twitter. I really appreciate it. Jacking. So you're talking about that. Okay. Tell us about the last time. It was last night. I told you guys that when I got off the stream, I was going to rub one out. I wasn't joking. That helps me get to sleep. I was even watching Straight Prawn. I was watching Straight Pizorn. There was women in it. I've been trying to like make myself less gay by watching straight porn. But, you know, I end up mainly looking at the penises. But, you know, I'm trying. All right, so why don't we go ahead and get started here? I gotta pack a bowl, guys, and this fucking chair sucks. Hey, fucking guys, I got a new phone. I got a new iPhone. What the fuck? Look at the blinking light. Guys, this is the thing that they talk about with the iPhones. This is the infrared thing. Guys, look. So did y'all know this about when I look at my phone, you can't see anything blinking. For some reason, my webcam picks up infrared. Yeah, I knew it, but I've never seen it on video. What is it doing? So this is the thing with iPhones. They take your picture every 5 seconds and send it to the feds. So they have like, you know, 1,000 nude pictures of me sitting cranking it in front of my cell phone. Why the fuck does that show up on this camera? That's weird. And look, there's two. There's the one blinking like that, and then there's the one that flashes. Guys, I've only seen that on special night vision cameras and shit. What the fuck? Feds are on to me now. Good. Think I don't have an iPhone? Well, the other phones probably do it too. Oh yeah, that's true. To make sure you're watching the road, new cars do that too. I've never fucking seen it. That's weird, man. That's fucking weird. Look, feds, I'm streaming. Yeah, guys, I had to go they forced my hand. I had to go get a new phone. You guys know I feel very bad for the pregnant women mining cobalt with a, 1-year-old baby on their back as well. Pregnant women with a child on their back mining cobalt and lithium and all that. I feel really bad about it, so I wait until I literally have no choice but to go get another phone. My last phone, guys, hear this out. So this is the newest one. This is an iPhone 16e. The E stands for not expensive, less expensive. No, I don't know what the E stands for, but I was yeah, my last phone, guys, my last iPhone, this is a 16e. So this is the newest, that's what I was saying. This is the newest one, but it's like a cheaper version of it. There's just a few things different with it. It's not, I couldn't even tell you what they are. Some bullshit with the camera and I couldn't even tell you. But anyway, it was a few $100s less, so I got that one. But just listen to this. It's the 16. My last iPhone was the 8. My last iPhone that I just replaced by getting this 16, my last iPhone was a fucking 8. Imagine the embarrassment for me. Why is my connection getting shitty? I'm going to tell my roommate to go turn his TV off. Okay, but can you fucking believe that? They were like, you haven't been here for 8 years? I was like, no, I didn't buy this new. I didn't buy the 8 new. Do you ever measure your dong against your phone, bro? No, I don't, Pat. No, I don't. But thanks for the idea. No, I don't even know how long the phone is supposed to be, so it doesn't help as a unit of measurements. But I would say for length, I'm probably like, I bet I got just the tip going a little further than the phone. I'd say no, the tip's you know what? I'll measure later tonight just for you, Pat O'Brien. Thomas Gilson, what's up, bro? Thanks for joining us. Buzzard Bob's up in here too. What does it say? I heard you were talking crap on me in the Facebook Bubba Army group, telling everyone I eat ass again. Bro, literally everyone talks about that, Buzzard Bob. I don't know what you want me to say, why you are picking on me for ever talking about it, which I don't remember. But Thomas Gilson, Big Brother is watching. Yeah, I know. They're going to watch me measure my dick next to my phone tonight. You ready for that? You guys ready? So about 11:30 midnight-ish, I will be measuring my dong, putting it next to the phone. You guys better have your blinking lights going. You better have them going. Jesus Christ, why is it taking so many pictures now? It's looking for my face. This is fucking creepy. I gotta go return this phone. Hold on. Where's my other? Let me get my other phone. Let me see if this one does it too, because I don't think this one does it. Oh, it is. Look. Look at the one at the top. I can't see that light on here. This one's been doing it too the whole time. Look at this fucked up phone. You can't see the cracks in it. You can't see how fucked up it is. This phone is fucked. This is an iPhone 8. Okay, now you can see the cracks in it. Look at that. That's a beaut. All right, guys, let's move on. Tim Pool. I got my Tim Pool beanie on. Guys, you got your beanies on? Let's go. You got to pull it down to your eyebrows, though. If you want to look like Tim Pool, you gotta pretend it's like the beanie is your eyebrows. Okay. All right, let's do this. So, I'm pulling it up here. Let's see what they get into, guys, because this could be... Where's my... Okay. This could be interesting. Okay, good. This was... Something happened for a second. It like glitched for a second. Stop playing. Okay, I'll bring it up now. Do you transfer all your SysX tapes for one iPhone 8 into your new one? It does it automatically, Pat O'Brien. Luckily, I walked in there. I had to get it done. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. My old phone was not receiving texts and calls from people who didn't have iPhones. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but yeah. So I had to go over there. Right. Well, I was near a T-Mobile store where I was working today. I was like right almost next door to one. So, and they opened at 10 and it was about 11 o'clock and there was 2 cars in the parking lot. I was like, you know what? I better get my ass over there and just get this done because I have no choice now. My fucking phone would heat up like a goddamn hot plate. You guys know, like when I would be using Instagram or Rumble was the worst. If I use Rumble on my phone, I could cook food on it. It just got so hot, my hands would be hot. Like I could feel it microwaving my fucking hands. Steve, try talking real fast like Tim Pool, Steve. Okay. No, we'll see how this goes. I think he slows down a bit here. He was talking extra fast on my stream last night because we were speeding it up. Mostly when I'm talking fast on here, it's when I'm reading something because I feel like I have to pick it up, pick up the pace when I've got people watching, waiting for something significant, and I have to read through several paragraphs. I'm like, okay. Destiny talks faster than Tim Pool. Guys, we watch plenty of Destiny on here. You shouldn't be complaining about Tim Pool. Please. All right. Let's get it started. This is the green room deal. I'm doing this to promote Bubba and Tim Pool. Again, guys, if you don't already follow Tim Pool, I know some people weren't as familiar. Some of the Bubba Army wasn't as familiar with him. Because the Bubba Army, we're all pretty balls deep in our Bubba world. So some of us didn't know about Tim Pool. But since you do now, definitely go sub to his stuff. Go follow him wherever. Because, he's a really good dude. We got to thank him for letting Bubba come on. Because, Bubba's been in the fucking fight now. Motherfucker's been blacklisted. He got his Twitter back. Thank God. And he got on Tim Pool. Both of those things are because of fucking Alex Stein. So you got to go. Look, we got a lot of thanking to do, guys. Got to thank Alex Stein. Got to thank Tim Pool. I'm packing a bowl real quick. I'm sorry. I'm packing a bowl. Hold on. This is gas station CBD bath salts. And I ground up one of those rhino pills and mix that in too. And I'm gonna be enjoying this. Okay, let's get it going.
You were just about to talk about you got the vaccine.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Yeah, I did.
Second one.
Yeah, so first one I was fine.
Can you guys hear this?
Second one.
Uh-oh, first one I was fine. Here we go, guys. Hold on, let's start this over.
Yeah. But you were just about to talk about you got the vaccine. Yeah, I did.
Second one.
Yeah, so first one I was fine. Second one I was good for a couple of days, and I remember it was like just after Mother's Day, probably 2021. And I started to get like a tingling kind of numbness in my feet. And over a few days,
ouchie Fauci,
it progressed up my legs, into my shoulders, down my arms.
And was that second one a two banger where they banged you twice, or was it
it was one. They made me wait, X amount of time. And at the time I was in a band, we were trying to go back to playing shows. Everyone else in the band had gotten it. They had their cards.
We got to get it so we can go back to playing shows. Good God. Oh man, the things people justified getting that for is just incredible.
They were cleared to go back out and play shows. I was the one off. I was the reason why we weren't playing shows.
Right.
So it made me kind of feel like shit.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, you know what? Fine, I'll go do it. And I got talked into it. First one I was fine, and then the second one I started experiencing side effects from after a few days, and I ended up getting paresthesia basically in all of my limbs that ended up lasting over 2 years.
2 years?
Yes.
Jesus, man.
Yeah. I'm still dealing with
Wow.
some muscular issues like fatigue, stuff like that. It takes me longer to kind of regenerate, after like a workout or something like that than it ever did. But I was also waking up, in the middle of the night with my heart racing.
Pedro the pool guy, what's up, bro? Thanks for joining us over on the YouTube. Tina's in here. What's up, Tina? We're just now getting into this. You haven't missed anything yet. This guy got double jabbed, starts having heart attacks.
And the doctors wouldn't do anything for me. They gaslighted the hell out of me. They basically told me that because they couldn't classify it as Guillain-Barré, which is what I was getting. I was basically having symptoms of Guillain,
Right.
but it wasn't going full on, so they couldn't classify it as that, which made it untreatable. So they basically said, "Hey, you got a vitamin deficiency. Go home and take some vitamins."
It's probably all because they couldn't get an insurance. They couldn't get an insurance claim on the deal. So they could, if they would have been able to diagnose you, they could have, maxed out your
And
insurance.
not a single one of them wanted to admit that it was the vaccine that did it. They said, no, we can't go on record and say that, until a neurologist about a year and a half into treatment said, yeah, it was the vaccine.
Didn't they claim you had beriberi? Or
Something like that, yeah.
It's like so beriberi like almost doesn't exist anywhere in the United States because it's a thiamine deficiency. I'm pretty sure.
That's
Which
exactly what it
basically
was.
means like you're not eating bread.
Yeah.
And as we know,
We all-
America is the land of pizza, deep fried wings, breaded everything.
French fries.
Chicago, everything there is fried and breaded.
Yeah,
And
right.
so they,
And every bowl is cereal. Everything's fortified with it, so it's almost non-existent. Because I remember you posted about that, and I was like, full fucking shit.
yeah.
Because at first you were saying like, after I got the vaccine, like I'm in the hospital, I can't move my arms and legs, and I was like, holy fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
B1.
Bro, if the doctor says you got some kind of illness because you're not eating enough bread, you need to find a new doctor. Like, what the fuck? How many hundreds of thousands of years did the human race, crawl along through history, going through all kinds of suffering and whatever, and still surviving? No one had any fucking bread. Bread has existed for like a blink of an eye in the grand scheme of human history. You don't eat enough bread. Holy shit.
My B1 level went down to this. And I've
Didn't-
always had a healthy vitamin level. So it diminished my entire B1 level down to almost
No
nothing.
shit. What if it attacked the B vitamin in your system?
That's
Dude, yeah, so Airplane Willie, I actually stopped eating bread recently too. I used to eat a fucking sandwich every day, and I switched to sourdough bread a few years ago because there's supposed to be what is it? The one fucking lactobacillus, one of the strains of lactobacillus is in sourdough bread, but I haven't seen any organic sourdough bread, which is why I switched. I started getting Dave's Killer Bread because it's organic, because I started going hardcore, like fully organic. And then recently I just stopped eating bread. This has been a month, a few weeks, I don't know. Like I've had bread once or twice, just like when I've been, out with a friend or whatever the fuck. Oh yeah, my buddy has cooked burgers for me. That's when I ate bread. I ate the bun with the burger, but besides that, like my daily diet, I quit fucking eating bread too.
what I'm thinking. No one would go on record.
That's if you have a doctor that says you don't eat enough bread, that fucking retard is going by the food pyramid from the 90s, where the whole bottom of the food pyramid is just loaves upon loaves of bread. You're supposed to eat 3 loaves of bread a day, according to the old food pyramid. Oh my God, just go off yourself.
And people don't realize how important the B complex and the B vitamin.
You don't realize how much it's holding your body together until it's missing and everything is going wrong.
Right.
And yeah, it was bad. And I was out.
B1 is thiamine.
At the time, I had to find a new place to live. I was going to work. I had to go on FMLA because I had run out of time off, and there were just days that I just could not go to work. There were other days I had to limp around looking for a condo. So I'm out.
Jesus Christ, everybody's wearing beanies, huh? At least these two. Who was first wearing the beanie?
Doing this, trying to explain to my realtor, like, dude, I can't even move right now, but I got to find a place to live.
Because you took the vaccine.
So here's why I call shenanigans on them claiming it was B1. It's in pork, beef, salmon, tuna, sunflower seeds, flax seeds, macadamia, lentils, black beans, peas, brown rice, whole wheat, oats, asparagus, spinach, Brussels sprouts, milk, yogurt, eggs, all breakfast cereals, all bread, and all pasta, with pork being the highest density. Tell me you ate none of those things.
The only thing I wasn't messing with was lactose because I have a problem with
I
that.
don't think
now in my
any of
later
us
days.
in this room could say that we haven't consumed a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
Bro, I ate so much pork that I had bacon for days.
Yeah, I could eat bacon every day.
That's what I mean. Is my
I do eat bacon every day. Fuck yeah.
levels were fine going into this, and all of a sudden, within a matter of 4 days, they had shut down
Now,
to
how many
almost
did
nothing.
they? So you had complications on 2, but I don't even remember how many they had. If you went through the whole.
I still eat pasta, which is bread. So yeah, I mean, I guess that is pretty close, but the amount of pasta, this is the thing. You guys do see me eat spaghetti and meat sauce every time that I eat dinner in here. That's what I eat when I eat on stream. But the amount of spaghetti that I put, I'm mainly eating the sauce. I put like almost 3 pounds of beef into a pot with 1 jar of the sauce, organic, whatever, tomato sauce. And that shit is thick as fuck. Like I can't even leave it on the stove for more than 30 seconds because it just starts to burn at the bottom because it's just all fucking beef in there. But yeah, I barely put any noodles in there. I mean, that's you caught me there. I do eat pasta, but that is not much at all. And it's organic pasta too. So
Gamut. How many did you get?
It was a total of 2, and after 2, my doctor was like,
No, I was just trying to think out. How many did they try to push down America's throat?
After 6 months, they wanted you to go.
Bubba got the 2, right? But I don't think Bubba got a booster. I think he just got the initial 2 at Publix.
Go get another 2. So it was like, go start the booster process over.
But it was 4. But a couple of those were 2 bangers, weren't they? Where they put 2 bangers.
Well, it depended on what shot you got. If you were getting either the Johnson & Johnson, I got the Pfizer. The Pfizer one is what shut me down.
Like Gronkowski and John Legend and all of them trying to push it down our throats. To get your.
Yeah. The same thing happened to. Damn, I can't remember. There's a famous singer. I can't remember who the hell it was. It was like Jimmy Buffett or Bruce Springsteen or somebody. Somebody was off.
Clapton.
Was it Eric Clapton?
Clapton's hands got paralyzed.
Eric Clapton went through very
He's a guitar player.
Very similar.
You guys remember Justin Bieber got Bell's palsy? Half of Justin Bieber's face was frozen solid. And he released a video where he looked all fucked up. You guys remember that? Pfizer ruined the top twink, Justin Bieber. Bell's palsy. Where's the video? Check this out. Do you guys remember this, or did you guys see this? Bieber, and he pretended. I'm sure he got word from. I bet Pfizer paid him $10 million to pretend that he didn't get this because of getting their cool new experimental drugs.
And it starts with a surprising revelation from pop star Justin Bieber about his health.
As you can see, this eye is not blinking. I can't smile on this side of my face. This nostril will not move. So there's full paralysis in this side of my face. So
Bieber revealed via.
It's fucked up with half of his face frozen. He's still cuter than me. That's just not fair.
Instagram today that he has been diagnosed with Ramsay Hunt syndrome.
Oh, God, look at the one eye blinking. Dude, that is fucked up. That is fucking fucked up. And, you know, they cloned him, and now they have a new Bieber who doesn't have half his face frozen, but instead he's a crackhead and sort of like looks like a bum. That's the new Justin Bieber clone. This one died off because half of his body became paralyzed, but they have a new Bieber and he looks like a crackhead on the street. So
Rare virus that affects nerves in the face and ear. The Grammy winner told fans that he knows they must be frustrated that he's had to cancel some of his concerts, but says right now he is not physically capable of doing them. He also said, obviously, my body is telling me I need to slow down.
you can't sing that baby, baby, baby with half of your face. You can't sing your songs with half of your face. That's really going to disappoint your fans. Oh, well.
Similar symptoms to what I had.
Now that what was that thing?
Guillain-Barré.
You know, I think that's what killed. Isn't that what killed FDR instead of polio? Everybody thinks that it was polio, but it was really
So Candace Owens talks about this. Her whole thing is that polio did not cause paralysis. Guillain-Barré did.
Right.
Or Guillain-Barré, however you pronounce it.
Right.
And they were mass vaccinating people. And then when people got vaccine injured, they'd say it was polio that did it.
Right.
I don't know, man. I don't know nothing about that. I'm just saying.
FDR supposedly got it swimming at his, like, at his.
I know there's some theories on polio now that they say there's actually a closer correlation to the rise in polio correlates to the increase in using, I don't know if it was a kind of pesticide we used to use or what, but it was something like that. And you guys remember, I looked it up on here, or I showed you guys some of the stuff because I got confronted by some people on Twitter. Someone put up a graph showing the decrease in cases of polio along with the increase in vaccination. And you can see, according to the graph, you can see that the cases started a downward trend before the vaccines were introduced. And this person posted this graph and said, what more do you need as proof that the polio vaccine works? And I was like, me and a few other people commented, probably a waste of time, but regardless, I like to test out my ideas sometimes and talk to random people that are probably actually bots. So I replied, how does this graph prove that that the vaccines ended polio when it was already on a downward trend? And it just started this whole fucking fight, and I had to Google all this. I've never been somebody that said anything about the polio vaccine. I don't know. It could be good, could be bad. I don't fucking know. But the crazy thing was, because of this person posting this stupid graph, okay, my connection's getting shitty. I don't know what is happening. Spectrum, you better get your fucking shit together. It's Tim Pool night. I've got my fucking beanie on. All right, it's coming back. So, anyway, what I was getting at is because this person wanted to post this bullshit graph and then argue with me about it, I ended up Googling, looking up all this information about the polio vax, which I had no idea that the polio vaccine causes paralytic cases of polio. This means, you guys understand, the reason people go get vaccinated for polio is because there are some cases of polio that prove to be paralytic and actually cause some major problems for kids. And that's the reason. It's not because, like, if it were if polio were something that didn't cause anyone any harm, it was pretty much a benign thing to catch. no one would fucking care to go get vaccinated and try to have herd immunity or whatever the fuck. The whole reason we're having people vaccinated for polio is because some people that get, and it's not all, and even not the majority of people that get polio, end up with paralytic polio. It's very few cases actually end up like with bad symptoms like that. The polio vaccine causes you to get polio, okay, and a alarming number of people who get the vaccine get paralytic polio. These are just facts. You can look it up yourself. There's like hundreds of, I forget what, there was one thing that I found through Wikipedia that was talking about cases in Afghanistan and somewhere else. And in these two countries where they widely distributed the polio vaccine, they had more cases of paralytic polio than natural cases of polio. So vaccine-induced polio virus were the majority of paralytic polio cases, outshining the natural form of polio that goes around. So, dude, I need to look more into that myself, but this is just what I learned because someone wanted to fight with me on Twitter. I had no idea. I had heard that people get polio from the vaccine. I had no idea that people were actually becoming paralyzed because of the vaccine. On top of it, guys, let's not forget, there's the people who you could argue, even though it's not informed consent, it's not, because most people are under the impression that there are no risks. So it's not informed consent. But even though there are some people who risk themselves and consent to getting whatever vaccines, okay, there's that. Those people also put other people at risk because the polio derived the vaccine derived polio virus is contagious. So there are people that get polio from people who got the vaccine. These are just facts. I didn't know this until someone wanted to call me crazy because I questioned some fucking bars on a graph that didn't even line up properly to prove anything. Anyway, moving on.
Resort, and I was in some type of in the water or something, like a bacteria in the water that I had read, and it wasn't polio. The biggest misconception is he had polio, but he really had that.
Guillain-Barré, right?
Yeah.
That's a vaccine injury.
Okay, maybe that was from the polio.
It's entirely possible.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what
I guess
I saw a documentary on it. I mean, that mean it was true. You know?
Yeah. Well, it may have been that polio caused Guillain-Barré syndrome, but it's like an immune reaction that causes paralysis, I guess. I don't know enough about it.
Well, the thing about it that's crazy, what mimics that paralysis, is that at the end of it, when it's going intense, you lose basically control of your bowels, and your feet do what's called like down foot or something they call it, where essentially your feet just go like they drop. It's like a drop foot or something.
Like you don't have a way to keep your foot up.
You can't lift your foot up. It goes so limp that it's hanging downward. And at that point, that's where Gillian's supposed to be so set in that you either recover from it or you're going to die. Like at that point, there's like no turning back. I didn't get close to that thing. God, but they were waiting for it.
What were you saying here, Rainey? I'm not anti-vax or necessarily pro-vax except for polio. When is the last time someone in a developed country had polio? I'm not anti-vax at all in by my standards. I more fall into the camp of, and we've talked about this before, guys, with RFK, that if you take what RFK says at face value and you think, if you actually interpret what he says, not even charitably, but fairly, if you just assume he's not lying for some other motive, because that's what some people think. Some people think that RFK Jr. wants to ban all the vaccines and just say, hey, let's just let all of these diseases and virus run amok. And, whatever. We have hospitals now, so we'll take care of you if you get sick. That's what some people think. They're trying to read between the lines of what RFK has said. But if you actually take from the majority of what I have seen of him discussing vaccines, if you take it at face value, what he's saying, and assume he's not lying, what RFK Jr. is saying is that some of the vaccines have not properly been tested, and he's not anti-vax. He wants proven safe vaccines. That's what he wants. So, guys, am I anti-vax because I say, hey, the polio vaccine actually causes people to become paralytic? No, that's pointing out a problem. Is it paralytic polio vax or no vaccine? That's a false dichotomy that the fucking media and pharmaceutical companies want to paint, because they don't want to have to go back to the drawing board to make new vaccines, do they? They don't want to be opened up for liability, which they are now free of. Vaccine manufacturers cannot be sued themselves for any kind of side effects for their vaccines. Okay, do you think that they want that revoked because now we are going to up the standards on safety? No. So this is ideally what we're hoping for when it comes to new regulations or something for vaccines. It's not that we want to get rid of every single one necessarily, unless if there's data that supports that that's the right idea, then yes. But I'm not necessarily saying that there's data for that. I'm just someone who is actually questioning things and trying to be fair about it and logical. It's not risky fucking vaccines that give you paralytic polio or none at all. Why should that be the case?
Did you finally fix it?
I got up off my ass and started living again. There was nothing modern medicine could do for me other than take your vitamins every morning and come in for your appointments where we're going to consistently tell you that nothing is wrong and
blame it on you and
just say that this is just something that happens. You just have to deal with it, which is multiple emergency room visits. That's what they gave me, and just gaslighted the hell out of me. There's no other word for it.
Dude, this is what happened to me, and I hate to start and stop this too much here, but Rainy. Oh, before I move on, what I was going to say is what this guy is describing right here. I have been through something similar, and I was thinking maybe because for some reason I have not brought this up. Well, there's various reasons why, but it's embarrassing or whatever. I don't have this problem anymore like I did, but dude, I've had all kinds of problems and I talked about it on the podcast. If you guys heard episode 2 of the podcast, the Dark Match Steve show that I do for the Bubba Army podcast channel, you'll know that I had major side effects from Abilify, which is, they call it a mood stabilizer or antipsychotic, depending on who you're talking to. I was prescribed that for depression because I was taking Wellbutrin, and the Wellbutrin seemed like it just really wasn't doing a lot for me. I didn't really feel much different from it. So they gave me this, they prescribed me Abilify, had me start taking that, and I got the shakes and I got all fucked up from it, and I had all kinds of fucking problems, and they weaned me off of it, and I have struggled with these problems for over a decade. And this is exactly what happens is you get them to wean you off of it, and then you go back to the doctor and say, hey, I'm still fucked up. What can you do for me? And they go, we don't know. We don't have a new drug to treat the side effects of that one. You took a new drug, Abilify. That's very new. So we don't have any newer drugs to treat the side effects of the brand new drug that we put you on. This is what happens, guys. This is a fair warning to you, okay? You think I'm just talking about this because I think it makes me look cool? I got fucked up and I was not warned about the possibility. And then they just go, oopsies. Oopsies, you could probably figure that out by yourself. Just stop taking it. Anyway, fucking Rainey, I delayed my son's vaxes and have not given him HEPs and such for a year, and I caught hell from medical professionals. This was just 10 years ago. 10 years ago, your son was, injecting drugs and stuff like that, wasn't he? That's why you need the hepatitis vaccine. It's very irresponsible of you. We bought the Marisol free ones. Guys, the fact that they took the Marisol out of this is just like if you look at these people's actions, it'll tell you a lot about what the truth is. Why would the pharmaceutical companies stop putting thimerosal in the vaccines? Why would they do that? And it was in there before, and we watched Congressman Dan Burton confront the head of FDA vaccine research and development. He was Congressman Dan Burton interrogated this guy, and in this conversation, this guy from the FDA head of Vax Research explained that when they started putting thimerosal in them, there was only one study, the John Lilly study, which involved like 20 some people. It was like a very low number of people with the measles vaccine. All of the people in the study died, and they determined that they didn't die from the vaccine. They died from measles or something else. So thimerosal is safe since they didn't die from the thimerosal. Now, I don't know if that's true. Me, Dark Matt Steve, I haven't even looked into that study. But the head of FDA vaccine research and development didn't know any more than I do. And if that isn't true, he should have said it to the congressman's fucking face. So that's enough to show you what they know. If I'm wrong about the John Lilly study, so is the head of FDA Vax Research and Development. So there.
To the point to
Was
where
that
it was
here in
either,
West, was that in Chicago?
no, this is in Chicago.
Yeah,
And
of course.
it was where I was basically faced with a situation of, okay, lay down and die, or figure out a way to get up and start living your life again. So I started trying to go back to doing things, and it was hard as hell. It sucked for a really long time. Like, I'm a drummer. I skated for a long time back in the day with Tim, and I'm starting to skate again. Finally, after 4 or 5 years now, I've been back on the board the last few days.
What a facility,
like, I'm finally getting back to
Let's get out the tech decks. Look at this. We got stairs and stuff here. I think this is for some tech decks, brother. I want to see Bubba playing with a tech deck, a little skateboard, do a kickflip, grind on this little rail here. Isn't that what this is?
able to like do the things that I wanted to do again. But it sucked because it was
Rainey. When did you for real? What, you're in Oklahoma, so what you're talking about happened in Oklahoma, I take it. When are you talking about you had to get the Marisol free ones? Because from what I understand, they stopped using something like that. They stopped using it in the vaxes. If I'm not mistaken, the last scenes there was one brand of the flu vaccines that still continued thimerosal up until I want to say like 10 years ago when I looked it up. Yeah, thimerosal is basically mercury. Yes, that is true. Whoa, why is my what is my fucking Wi-Fi doing? Hold on a second, guys. If my stream gets dropped by the feds, I'm gonna be pissed. Hold on one second, guys. Ugh, fucking bullshit. Haven't even hit this fucking bowl one time. Why is my connection so shitty? I said the V word. Yeah, what the fuck? Guys, if I reset the Wi-Fi, the stream's gonna drop. Gotta be fucking kidding me. Spectrum, really? On a night like this, you gotta do this to me? Holy shit, you gotta be kidding me. I'm disconnecting from the Wi-Fi on my phone and everything to see if I get a better signal. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Too much V talk. Jesus Christ, guys, this is not good. Fucking A, man. Spectrum, go fuck yourself, guys. We have not had these kind of troubles in a while. Guys, am I cooked? Chat, am I cooked? All right, let's get back to this video and just it looks like it's coming back a little bit.
Initially, I had gotten the vaccine because I wanted to go back to drumming, and it ended up ending my career for about 2 to 3 years.
Right.
So it would never do it again.
And nobody in the government will ever admit to it.
No. Well, and you got 200 years before you can sue.
The Trump administration is never going to attack this one because
No.
Trump's the one who led Operation Warp Speed.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So again, nobody's going to attack. I mean,
Yeah.
they both were in on it. Not.
Nope. And you can't sue for what, 200 years? I think it's
Well,
what that.
we're gonna live to forever, as we said yesterday.
Yeah, no,
So-
yeah. I think we got that to look
So
forward to. At
it's
least.
just only a matter of time.
Sure.
I just got to wait out a century and a half,
But
and then I can get my
like
lawsuit.
Tim and I were talking about.
You get a vaccine.
There's not enough data with regards to some of these medicines. We'll never really know. They'll never have any long-term research projects on any of the shit they made us take or
Well,
vaccines.
Interestingly, it looks like there is discussion about suspending or revoking the approval for the COVID vaccine, which could alter the civil liability protections they have.
Which means you could have.
Yeah, in on it. So, Sniz. Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it. You're not cooked. You're still going. Yeah, my connection got back. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I guess maybe I should not speak my mind on here. Oh God, here I got the symbol coming back now. Bro, you got to be fucking kidding me. This is the worst stream ever. Gotta hit my bowl. I have not even fucking hit this bowl yet. That's the problem. Get Starlink, get a Cybertruck. I'll stream from the Cybertruck. That's a good idea. What were they saying? They said something that 8:30. What was it?
We'll never really know. They'll never have any long-term research projects on any of the shit they made us take or vaccines.
Well, interestingly, it looks like there is discussion about suspending or revoking the approval for the COVID vaccine, which could alter the civil liability protections they have.
Which means you could have some research. You could get some.
No, means you could sue.
Right. Okay.
So HHS under RFK Jr., the rumor is he's going to say COVID vaccines were approved improperly and are being rescinded.
They were approved improperly. They were
And if
force
that's
approved.
true, then those civil liabilities are going to be questioned.
Dude, people in the fucking study. In fact, maybe if we have time, dude, I think I am getting Thomas Gilson. I think I mean, why does this happen on these nights? Why does it? I feel like this is like not the first time I've kind of been talking about something I'm not supposed to, and I get connection problems. What the fuck? We might look up the Patrick Bet David thing. Patrick Bet David had what I would call a victim of no, it wasn't I don't think it wasn't Pfizer. I think it was Moderna, not AstraZeneca, Pfizer, Johnson. I think it was Moderna. But anyway, in the vaccine trials, there were people that literally became paralyzed after taking it. And one of them was on Patrick Bet David's show. Maybe we'll check that out after this if we got time. It's already getting late.
Maybe.
I'll be waiting there to question him.
You'll be first in line.
I hope he made this. Well, probably third in line, but yeah, I'll be there. I'm never on time. But
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, it kills me though because now in the controlled releases for these medications that are used to be, treat, now they have these just regular commercials that come up like it's an allergy medicine where there's a cartoon playing in the background. It's all happy. Ask your doctor about this. But when you read the fine print at the bottom of it, all of the symptoms that they're saying are now caused by this are all of the symptoms that I had.
Right.
That they refuse to acknowledge while they were happening.
I love that. Have you guys seen the Fanapt commercial? Like,
No.
I watch Fox News and all they do is play Fanapt, and it's this like Swedish German woman, and they're playing a cartoon, and it's like a minute, maybe a half-minute long cartoon of a woman opening up her store, and then she looks and sees this like elderly couple and smiles and goes like this, and then her boyfriend comes to pick her up, and she can't find her keys, and they find the key together and they smile and they laugh, and the whole time this commercial is going on, it's like Fanapt is approved for people with bipolar 1 disorder. Fanapt may increase the QT interval, which is associated with heart arrhythmia and sudden death. Side effects of Fanapt are stroke, blindness. Like, okay, I don't know if it's actually blindness, but like,
But it just goes-
no, but
okay.
it goes to this big list, and I'm just like, while you're watching this Swedish, like German lady, whatever she is, being like, it can kill you.
Yeah.
There's a woman going like,
Yeah, and she's having a great time.
Right.
She's having a great time.
She found the fucking key.
No
Because
fear.
she-
Her boyfriend showed up. She's embarrassed because she left her key, and it's all thanks to this medication,
Hey,
which
but
9 times out of 10 is going to cause something severe to happen to you.
I suppose bipolar 1 disorder may be so bad you would risk dying to make it stop, but I wouldn't know.
I had a funny one. I was falling asleep watching like Hulu or whatever the other day, and it was this heart disease commercial that came on, and I was just kind of dotting in and out. And it's like, don't take this medicine if you have swelling between your genitals and your anus. I was like, wait. And I just woke right up. I was like, wait, what? And
Guys, I hate to start and stop too much, but let me show you guys. Let me show you what I got prescribed as a little kid. Innocent little Dark Match Steve before I was Dark Match Steve. Back in high school, innocent little me. Look what the doctor prescribed to me and didn't tell me about any of these symptoms. Probably because he didn't know. Well, no, I told you guys when I came back to my doctor and told him that I was all twitchy, that I was having major anxiety attacks and I was all twitchy and my fucking diaphragm felt all just like unstable and like I couldn't breathe properly and I would get like fucking twitchy and shaky and stuff. And my doctor went, oh, and got his little pad and fucking started writing some shit, grabbed a pen. He's like, okay, we'll reduce your dosage to half of what you're taking. So I think he did know, but look at what they put me on, guys. Look, check this out. Thank you, Big Pharma. Abilify, uncontrolled muscle movements. Abilify can cause involuntary muscle movements, including tardive dyskinesia and akathisia. Tardive dyskinesia, uncontrolled muscle movements of the face, tongue, limbs, and other body parts. Symptoms include grimacing, lip smacking, or sucking. Can occur after months or years of taking Abilify, or even after stopping the medication. After stopping the medication, guys. Wish I would have known that before I was prescribed it. Involuntary muscle twitching that can cause your legs to move involuntarily. That explains my restless leg syndrome I've been dealing with for 15 fucking years. Thanks, Google. Stiff muscles make your movements jerky. This is the first I've even looked this up on here. It matches exactly what I fucking described to you guys about my problems being, except For some reason, they don't have anxiety listed when I know this is tied to anxiety. Call your healthcare provider immediately if you're experiencing symptoms of TD. So yeah, I could have been diagnosed with TD, uncontrolled muscle movements. Hold on. Let's see, Abilify associated with anxiety. Let's see if something pops up. Common side effects of Abilify include nausea, vomiting, dizziness, anxiety. Imagine that, guys. Incredible. I'm sorry. You guys, you know what? I'm sorry. I get fucking triggered. I will be honest. I'm triggered. I'm triggered when fucking people. I'm triggered by the fact that people have a religious type of faith for the medical community. It is disgusting what they fucking do. It is disgusting. So people wonder why would you fucking give a fuck and try to just eat all organic and be healthy, and now you don't trust doctors? Wow, that's so weird. That's so weird. What motive do you have? Here we are. I've been tortured for over a decade because I trusted a doctor. Learn from me. Now I'm angry, streaming. Learn from me.
They kept saying it over and over.
I gotta order check. Say, okay, I'm not swollen today.
Well, my heart's good, but my grundle's all nice. It's a little swollen, but I was like, wait, what? And I went and looked up the YouTube video afterwards. I'm like, no way, I was half asleep dreaming. What is it called? I want to look this up. It was Fexcitamine.
I like when they make fun.
It was
Dude, this is what I talked about on episode 2. Yeah, thank you, Thomas Gilson. I appreciate it. So suddenly, exactly, Sniz. Suddenly smoking weed and dropping acid does not look so bad. Just saying. Dude, guys, do you think there's... I explained this too. Psychedelics scare me. It scares me every time. I don't take those for fun. Psychedelics have been the only thing to provide me any kind of relief from what Big Pharma fucking did. I have to resort to trusting street drug dealers to get my hands on psychedelics, at least back in the day. I did. I had to trust some random kids I went to high school with that told me they were giving me acid. And it turned out to help. Isn't that fucking just the most fucked up shit you've ever heard? It makes me want to cry thinking about it. It's so, like, disgusting.
Little jingles, like, 50s and 60s and 70s, like zip, like they
Farxiga, Farxiga.
They try to make
Farxiga or something like that. It was for heart disease, and it was just like
they're all doing it now. It's Ozempic,
right?
And there's a bunch of people going like.
And it's usually based on their demographics. So I think that's magic.
Yeah, so
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I need to smoke some more because I actually almost cried. That is so stupid.
They're trying to.
Yeah, but Ozempic is for millennials.
No, I know that.
Yeah.
They're trying to catch them all, but with.
There's that one.
I wonder if they'll start doing rap. If they'll start doing rap. Rap ones to get.
Yeah, probably.
It's only a matter of time.
There's that one about lowering your A1C, and it's this like morbidly obese woman dancing in her office. Dude, all of these pharmaceutical commercials are fucked.
Oh,
No, it's bad. And honestly, agree with me or not, but I don't think you should be allowed to market as a pharmaceutical company. I agree. It should be up to your doctor to recommend things to you and prescribe things to you generally based off of what you're going through, and you make that decision. But you shouldn't be able to market to children, to adults.
Just like NASCAR took away. Remember, NASCAR took away cigarette marketing. It was the Winston Cup.
Yeah.
So I mean, if they did that, so that kids that watch racing didn't want to smoke a Marlboro, well, it's the same shit on targeting. Television.
The speculation is that RFK Jr. wants to ban pharmaceutical marketing through the FDA drinking test. We'll see though. There's a lot of YouTubers who are marketing drugs too.
Oh, really?
Tons of YouTubers have been doing drugs. I'm not gonna get into the names of the companies and stuff they're promoting, but the prescription drugs is illegal.
Well, prescription drugs are brilliant, though. I mean, if you think about it, they do every way, shape, or form to flank whatever we're watching or doing and to get into there, because they have the money and people want it.
The crazy thing is that there are a lot of YouTubers on the right that are advertising prescription drugs, But I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure what Dr. Malone told me was that it's illegal to advertise drugs to someone who does not have the illness. So that's why, like the Fanapt commercial I mentioned, the first thing it says is Fanapt is FDA approved for bipolar 1 disorder. Then it goes on to explain all the side effects and everything. And it says, talk to your
So they open it up with that.
Yeah, because you can't say, hey, everybody, here's a drug. You should go get it.
That's a disclaimer.
You have to have something that treats. But there are these YouTubers that are going, hey, everybody, you can buy from this company a pack of various prescription drugs, which is super illegal, and they're all doing it. Like, I don't know, a lot of people.
I don't know how the For Hims and the Keeps.
Yep.
I don't know.
Who gives a fuck? Mr. Beast is like letting kids gamble. Who fucking cares? Just sell drugs and have kids gambling. Sell fentanyl to kids and make them gamble.
I don't know how they're doing it, and you can just literally call. They're not putting their hands
delivered
on. They're not putting their
right
hands
to
on
your
you.
door.
Yeah, it's in a brown paper bag.
30-day trial period or your money
You
back.
know what I love? These people have the willpower to inject themselves with it foreign.
Oklempic. Jeff Cron, yeah. That's what Bubba's strain. That's Bubba's brand of Ozempic is Oklempic.
substance.
But they've gotten from the
put
mail.
the fork down. Just put the fork down.
Right. I mean, I'm a fat ass, and I have a hard time putting the fork down. But while on my show, we have a plastic surgeon, and for years this has now been deemed illegal.
Dragging Dan into this.
But for years we did the 12 boobs of Christmas. So all these girls would sign up for a boob job, and we would give 12 girls a brand new boob job, and it was called the 12 boobs of Christmas. Well, the other doctors in town in Tampa.
I know these guys appreciate having Bubba in there. I don't think these guys realize what a fucking legend they are sharing the room with. Motherfucker did 12 boobs of Christmas. Tim, can you fathom such a thing?
My doctor was just killing it because the girls that didn't win, we would send them a voucher for like 30 or 40% off.
I mean, that's a good deal.
And he had like a 30% return on that. So the surgery center that he's doing all of his surgery, he's doing like 20 a week. And most doctors are doing 3. So they all complained on him to the board of plastic surgery, and they deemed that if you do a contest, if there's a contest for a procedure, you can't do it. And so our 12 Boobs of Christmas contest got canceled because it was considered a contest, even though we picked the best candidate. And it was all from within. It was from the plastic surgeons that were getting their ass kicked. So the rules, the target's always changing with regards to what they can and cannot do. And YouTube, like during, I don't know if you guys saw this, the story or not, but what Pfizer and Moderna were doing towards the end of COVID is they would go to CBS and NBC, and they would say, instead of doing a 30-second COVID vaccination commercial, which is blatantly a vaccination commercial, you see, hey, if you got symptoms, get your show.
Was it the one where they were just hyping themselves up as a pharmaceutical company?
No,
they weren't actually advertising anything. I've seen those.
They weren't. So it started out initially where it just would be a standard 30. Hey, we'll be back after this in the evening news, and then they would go to a commercial, stop that, and you'd have 3 or 4 commercials, one of which would be a COVID vaccination. Mm-hmm. Well, they went to CBS and offered them $10-15 million to make COVID the lead story, to now make it the news.
So it's not.
Instead of it was like product placement.
Yeah.
So instead of being a bona fide 30-second commercial wrapped with a McDonald's commercial, wrapped with a Ford commercial, just kind of got it.
Bro, this is the good shit. I gotta say, this is blowing the fucking TimCast interview deal out of the fucking water. Yes, Thomas Gilson. That's what I was just thinking. Bubba did a great job there. You must have felt uncomfortable at times at that table. Bro, and this is supposed to be before? Right? This is before they go on camera, I think, for the actual podcast stream deal. But yeah, guys, this is the juice right here. The show, the standard interview deal was cool. Bubba did good in that. It was cool, but this is juicy.
They would say, COVID now killing record numbers, and then they show all this B-roll footage of these hospital rooms at their capacity that weren't necessarily treating.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, guys, I just have to do credit where credit is due, and I know some people might get pissed off about it and whatever, but look, the reason we're watching this is really because of Holyoke Joe. I totally thought that the Green Room Uncensored thing, I'm not as, I watch some of Tim's stuff here and there. I don't keep up with him. I don't follow him like I follow Bubba's show or something. So I didn't know what the Green Room, whatever is. I thought the uncensored thing that we watched after the main show was all that there was. And Holyoke Joe was the one that pointed this out to me. He was like, dude, you didn't watch this part, and Bubba supposedly gets into this and that and whatever. And I was like, fuck, thank you, Joe. Because I didn't realize it. And this is good. Oh, what who said something in the chat? I was gonna. Yeah, there was an interview. Well, not interview, whatever. Not, I didn't mean specifically interview. He did ask Bubba questions about some stuff, but it was brief. I know Tim was jumping to different topics and stuff they had to cover. You know, like I don't know. I feel like on Bubba's show, he if they end up digressing, taking a detour from a story for like 45 fucking minutes, Bubba will just let it ride sometimes, as long as it's good content, which is really cool. But as even Bubba admits, he'll end up with a bunch of tabs of stories he didn't cover and stuff. It seems like Tim Pool does not let that happen, even though it did seem like when we were watching it, I'm not trying to discredit Tim Pool. This is just like a observation, not even really a critique. But Tim Pool keeps it moving and doesn't let the again, and I'm not being insulting, he doesn't let the organic digression get legs of its own to where the show goes off and then he doesn't get to the topics. He really doesn't let that happen. So I mean, that's Bubba doesn't. I mean, Bubba is like willing to sacrifice a news story for some good organic entertainment, which that's it all has its pros and cons.
I remember there was one from Italy. They did like
Yes.
that one. And like,
That was one of the surgery centers they showed was from Italy.
Yeah.
And they made all these remember they made all the car manufacturers and stuff stop production.
Everything.
And started making respirators.
Yeah.
And all these respirators
They
are
made
in
it
some,
worse.
are in some when you got put on a respirator, you died.
Yeah.
That's when you died. If they couldn't get your oxygen level up and they put you on a vent, it was a death sentence.
Yeah.
So
The ones that I used to see were the Trust Us commercials that were like, hey, we need to make ourselves more appealing to the general public without scaring the hell out of everybody because we want them to come buy our product.
I think
right?
that was after.
It was just after vaccinations and everything else, but very
And
closely followed.
this is before that. This is
mine was like what I was talking about was like
the fear mongering. This is like the beginning. Like whoa,
this is like
people
June of 2020.
And
Like
this
people
is
are dropping in the streets. They don't have the vaccine ready yet.
Yeah.
Right.
But they're working on it, and then you're saying,
Yeah,
yours is
and
after the
these
fact.
guys now, like Pfizer, they're putting out commercials that you're going to see twice in one commercial break. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like they would repeat themselves more than one time.
They do wraparounds.
And it's, it's a guy pushing his kid on the swing, a person out enjoying the day. They got an umbrella in the sun. Everyone's laughing, having a great time. And it's like Pfizer,
But how could they shoot
family
that
fun, and it's like, what the hell was that? Like, why do I need to
And they wouldn't
compare my day-to-day life to a pharmaceutical
the
company?
vaccine. They were just pushing the brand.
Yeah, they just
They
wanted you to
know
feel,
Pfizer.
oh, you know what? I remember those guys. Those are the guys with the happy commercials. You know what? Those guys are trustable.
Pfizer, that's cool.
That's the one that I
That was pushing his kid on the swing and shit.
Yeah.
He's cool.
Yeah,
It's like-
they're family people.
It's like
That's what
Pepsi
that was.
versus Coke. It's like Pfizer versus what's the other one?
Moderna.
It's like Pepsi and Coke. It's like no. I got Moderna. It's better.
Right. I mean,
Johnson & Johnson was killing pregnant women apparently.
That's
Only them.
That's the Dr Pepper.
when I got my first one, I didn't even have a choice. I just went to the pharmacy and they
That's the one we got.
I think it was Moderna. I think it was, but they didn't even give you a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember-
I thought Bubba got the fizz, guys. I thought Bubba got the fizzizer. Maybe I'm remembering that wrong. His video is up though, right? It's still posted. Bubba did a video of himself getting one of them, maybe both.
Looking at it, and I was like, that's a pretty damn big needle for
A little flu shot.
for a little flu shot. I'm a pretty big boy, but that's a big ass
We'll
needle.
be glad you didn't go through the initial testing where they shoved a 12-foot rod up your nose and tickled your brain with it because they thought they had to go that far.
Oh, I remember I got that.
Well, I got some of those swabs, man. I remember.
I felt like I was choking.
Yeah.
You would go get in line.
Yeah,
Remember, you have to
your
get in
eyes
line.
are bleeding basically
You'd be
afterwards.
in line for
like,
30 minutes, and then
Blake Brandon. Bro, thank you so much. $5 on the wait. Is that Venmo or PayPal? I got the oh Jesus. I don't know how to operate my new phone. But yeah, Blake Brandon said he said the hell with Joe. You son of a bitch. I'm not trying to get people to like Joe. I get some people are just not going to, but I have to get if anybody else gave me a hint on something that ended up being very valuable, which I think this is, I wouldn't I wouldn't have watched this had Joe not mentioned it. I don't think so, guys. I don't think that would have happened. So, and what I'm trying to do, I'm not sure if we're going to I have some different ideas for stuff, but I was thinking of trying to make this a full week of Bubba related content for my streams, partly because he did the Tim Pool deal. And, yeah, I just thought that'd be a cool idea. I think there's different stuff that we can get into. I don't want to give anything away. I have some other ideas. If you guys have any ideas for some videos or something from Bubba that we can break down, I swear to God, there's one video that. So I have some different ideas of stuff. The problem is finding some of this, but we'll figure it out, guys. We'll probably be doing a full week of Bubba streams.
Some healthcare worker would come snap open some shit and try to tickle your fucking brain with it, and go on both sides of your deal. Your eyes are watering, and then they would fucking they would text you whether you're
infected or
not. And then you had to go buy a kit. And I knew a guy down in Tampa that was on the kit racket. He got all these kits from China and was on like literally making the government would write you, I don't know, like 73 a kit.
Of course, Bubba's got a kit guy. It's probably One-Eye Billy from the track or something.
Like that. Oh yeah, he was buying them for like $1.50. Yeah, and he was getting containers full of them.
I should have done that. Damn.
Yeah,
missed opportunity there.
The other racket was my one buddy in Tampa was building at like banks and fast food restaurants and 7-Elevens that that plexiglass barrier.
Yeah.
So my buddy went out and bought like literally a semi-load full of 1/4-inch plexiglass with chain link and like picture hanging screws, and would go to the 7-Eleven and say, I can configure your counter up for $5,000. And then
they just wrote the check.
In the market.
He'd get one 7-Eleven, and then he'd have one day, and the next day he'd have 80. And he had to hire 2 crews, and he would be doing 15 7-Elevens a day at $5,000 to 7-Eleven. Then it was
cost him $300 material.
He's still not working.
I don't know why it's not synced up better. I don't know what's going on with my Mac and my new phone. It's probably just because it's new or something. But I just got another notification about Blake. Let me thank again, Blake Brandon, for the $5. I can't see. I'm a fucking idiot. I don't know if this is on Venmo or PayPal. But yeah, if anyone else is interested in throwing a few dollars my way, you can do that at PayPal. I'm Darkmatch, DARKMATCH. And on Venmo, I'm Darkmatch Steve, DARKMATCHSTEVE. But of course, that's not necessary. That's just if you want to be super nice. But it is required for you to hit the like button. If you are watching this right now and you do not hit the like button, that is bad internet karma. No one's going to like the picture of your puppy or the picture of your kid. You put up a video of your beautiful family. I hope the algorithm fucks you. So hit the like button.
He's still fucking just pimping.
They had that one guy that basically bought up all the hand sanitizer that he could get. And he filled his entire garage with it. I mean, this guy put shelving up in his garage and made it look like a store. And it was all just hand sanitizer. This is at a time when you really couldn't get hand sanitizer. Right. This guy takes it, marks it up 5,000-10,000. Marks it way up. They found this guy. They confiscated all of his shit. They didn't give him any money. He lost all of his money, everything off of it because they said you can't hoard this. And it's like, okay, well, what about the people that are hoarding?
What state was he in?
Hoarding toilet paper for crying out loud. Like,
what state was he in?
I can't remember this.
Because if he was in Florida, he would have been wide open. He could have
4 or 5 years ago easily. But they cornered this guy. And
I had a guy that
confiscated all
did the same thing, but he would private label it. He had a printer.
Smart.
So he bought
He just made his own
25,000-30,000 fucking things of the little 4-ounce individual ones that are about that big.
Yeah.
And he would just say so like Wawa or one step lower than that.
Yeah, little mobile.
And he would go to a restaurant or a convenience store.
Tina, damn it! What way to call me out? Come on, you're supposed to be a supporter of mine. Just saying. Yeah. Well, you know what? I haven't been I have a new phone now. This is and I'm not making excuses, but this is the thing. I haven't been scrolling much on the Instagram and liking pics or whatever. I know I have liked your pics before, Tina. But my phone's been so fucked up that when I'm on Rumble is the worst, but Instagram makes both of them make my phone heat up. I don't know what the fuck Apple was doing, but I was 8 generations behind, guys. I had an iPhone 8 that I was just using this morning until I got the new 16, okay? But yeah, guys, I haven't had much presence on Instagram. You can go to my Instagram. I haven't even been posting. I used to post the thumbnails on Instagram for the stream. I don't even do that anymore. I haven't been doing anything on Instagram. So, oh no, but that is a yeah, you're just giving me that is a real critique though. It's all facts. So, you got me. Oh fuck.
Or fucking say, hey, you want your own hand sanitizer,
Well, the thing that kills me is like,
and he had a printer, a laser printer, and he print it right there and wrap the light.
if they took all that guy's shit, what do you think they did with it?
Sold it.
I bet you they threw it away.
Right?
Yeah.
But that would be a crime against humanity.
Either they
wouldn't
threw
it?
it away or they sold it.
Yeah.
Throwing away hand sanitizer during a
I
pandemic.
wouldn't be surprised if
Get
they
out.
sold it.
Offset all
But
the
you
press
can't
sprays
have
they
it.
bought.
You can't have it. You can't sell it, but we'll take it on your dime and we'll resell it.
Yeah.
Well, DeSantis, man, I didn't like his. His second term when he was running for president. DeSantis really changed. He really went kind of extreme one way. I liked him his very first term because his first term was right at COVID, and he just said we're open and we're wide open.
Yeah.
I mean, restaurants, we're going to let you build tables on the sidewalk. I'm going to ease all sidewalk easements. Like you have to have a certain amount of footage of that.
Yeah.
Taking all that out, you can put tables and chairs outside. Nobody's closing. Gyms aren't closing. Nothing's closing. So it was in Florida. COVID was pretty cool. It was
an easy living.
You can
compared to Boston or New York.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
So I forget what exactly did happen, but that's not entirely true. I think Bubba's kind of misremembering it, but of course, Florida was ahead of the curve of going back to normal. But Thomas Gilson, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I'll see you later. Yeah, man, Florida, I remember it was nice being here if you're someone that just wanted to be able to keep earning money, because we shut it down for what was it, the first 2 weeks that every fucking state, right? Well, that was a federal deal, I think. And it was interesting. It was like a ghost town. But yeah, then I forget, but it was at least a month or a few months. It was a little while that we still had only essential shit open. Remember that? There was a lot of places were closed. If I'm not mistaken, because I remember I was working at this one flower shop in Tampa, and someone actually called our shop multiple times. We had more than one call, but people called saying that they were calling the police on us because we were delivering flowers. So that was a very interesting time.
Restaurants for takeout or curbside. You could eat on the curb or on the.
Yeah, everybody set up tents in Chicago and you got to be outside.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the property taxes in Florida being rescinded now?
If I'm not mistaken, that's what we did have it closed a little bit. I hope I'm not misremembering this. Bubba could be right. Maybe I'm stupid.
Change the conversation.
I don't know how they're going to do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to generate revenue somehow.
I don't know. I mean, we already don't have a sales tax.
Yep.
So I don't know. I mean, I like it.
I mean, it's good for you, yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I like it, but I'm worried that I don't know that it's doable.
I was talking to somebody and they said you guys have like a mega surplus right now. I think it was like 2 billion surplus or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
They said.
Now my question to you guys is, because obviously I get paid through YouTube, just like Tim and all the other places, but like when people give us a super chat or something like that, like we're always getting, would that be considered a tip? And would there be no taxes on that? Because what you're not getting paid for You're not getting paid for your advertising on your pre-rolls or your mid-rolls.
Okay, so we're just doing a little bit of fact checking. You guys know, and this isn't, it's not really a vital thing for us to check here, but just so we're being thorough, because I was curious. So because I said someone else is wrong, I need to kind of feel like I need to prove it since I don't really remember strongly. But here we go. Here's the headline. At least Ron DeSantis claims Florida lockdowns lasted weeks, but some of his own orders lasted months. So, yeah, this is what I was talking about. I think there were, and you know what? Maybe I'm misremembering who was doing the lockdowns, because I remember our mayor, Jane Castor, the same bitch who rode the coattails of a crackhead named Lieutenant Dan, that Jane Castor was very pro lockdown and stuff. I remember there being a little bit of I think butting heads between her and DeSantis on stuff. I could be wrong here, but let me read through this. Okay. Well, the governor says he blocked local restrictions. Some were in place for more than a year. Governor Ron DeSantis gave an abbreviated account of Florida's reopening during an interview with Fox News host Kayleigh McEnany. The presidential candidate told Fox News audience his state only imposed COVID-19 restrictions for a few weeks. In reality, Florida enforced restrictions through most of 2020 on DeSantis' order. McKinney raised criticism from conservatives that Florida issued more restrictions than states like Georgia, but DeSantis suggested Florida more effectively stopped local lockdowns. What I did more aggressively than anyone was overrule local governments who were imposing these restrictions, he said in a clip shared by his campaign. In Florida, the state government did not do very much. We're talking about a few weeks. Some of the local governments, particularly in South Florida, were trying to impose mandates. But that's at best a complete telling of Florida's reopening. An incomplete telling of Florida's reopening in 2020. DeSantis in April of 2020 ordered a statewide lockdown weeks after Florida reported the first diagnosed COVID-19 cases on the U.S. eastern seaboard. A month later, DeSantis did kick off a phased reopening of the state. So, yeah, that's what I was remembering. There was some stuff that was open. Some shit was closed. I remember that, if I'm not mistaken, like bars and stuff, those people definitely took a hit. Yeah, I do. Yes, I remember. Dude, the fucking flower shop that I worked at was in downtown Tampa, and the bar on the corner is called The Hub. So, and I worked right between The Hub and the fucking the Tampa Theater, right there on Franklin Street. And The Hub, guys, this is what I'm remembering now. They were shutting down the bars. I remember this because the bar was closed next door, and the bums didn't know where the fuck to go, and they would gather in the front of our store and stuff like crazy fucking crackheads. And the bar reopened, and we took like a big bouquet of balloons and like a flower arrangement from the flower shop, took it over to the bar because they were friends with the owners and they were happy they're going to be able to make money again and whatever. We're like, oh yeah, you're back open. Cool. And then they shut them down like days later. We got shut back down. I remember this because they came over and they were like, bro, what? And we felt so bad. And we had just taken those balloons over. We were like, we wasted like 30 fucking balloons for no fucking reason. They're shut back down. So that shit was happening here in Florida. We did get locked down for more than just the 2 weeks. We were not straight up open. A month later, DeSantis kicked off phased reopening. We overruled that. We said you can't close businesses. You can't fine people for not wearing a mask, he said. And we actually issued a blanket pardon for anyone who local government had tried to enforce COVID restrictions against. That is really what opened the floodgate. Because you can say the state is open, but if every other municipality is doing Fausism, that's not a free state. We pried the state open at the local level, and I think that was really the secret to Florida doing very well. That retelling leaves out important timetables. In fact, while he singled out South Florida jurisdictions, DeSantis initially would not let the most popular South Florida counties, Broward, Miami-Dade, Palm Beach, reopen at the same time as other parts of the state, which had lower rates of infections. He allowed Palm Beach to begin reopening in early May, but Miami-Dade wasn't allowed to kick off reopening until weeks later. And while DeSantis said state lockdowns existed for only a few weeks, the phased reopening of Florida lasted through most of the year. Schools remained closed for the remainder of 2019-2020 school year and had social distancing requirements when the new school year started in the fall. Wasn't until early June when, remember, there was even people in my neighborhood, well, my mom's neighborhood back then, that they were doing graduation parades. Isn't that fucking depressing? A graduation parade. Ron DeSantis let that happen. Your kids couldn't graduate in a fucking on a basketball court like I did. They had to just walk through their neighborhood. Good job, Timmy. You graduated. Now you get to stay home because nothing's open. Okay, so here we go. Look at this. Schools remain closed. It wasn't until early June when a second phase of reopening occurred in most of the state that bars, movie theaters, and casinos could reopen. At that point, they still had to limit occupancy to 50% normal levels. So yeah, Florida was not as wide open as people like to remember it being. But I sure as fuck felt blessed to be in Florida. So, oh, did I put that? God damn it! I put the wrong fucking tab up. Hold on. There we go.
Or anything like that, you get that money from YouTube itself. Well, when they and they denote what your money coming, whether it's a super chat or whether it's a subscription or whether it's an ad.
Oh.
So on the super tips on that money, would that be considered a tip and would that be tax free?
You make a strong argument for that.
Yeah.
As a tax accountant.
Tim, I might have saved you a lot of money, big boy.
If they didn't make tax on tips, that means there's no tax on super chat.
So think about this: on super chat, that would be considered a tip?
Depends on how YouTube categorizes it.
No, maybe not because. Yeah, actually, it might be.
See, I got you, Tim.
It's a good
argument.
argument.
I got you, buddy.
It's a good argument.
I mean, think about. I talked to my accountant about it. He said, they denote what's advertising, they denote what's subscription, they denote what you get, and so super chats, they denote that it came from super chat, and it's happening. They are giving you money based on a production that you're doing at the time, kind of like the service you would get at a restaurant.
Yeah.
So it might be under the tip category, and you wouldn't be taxed.
For us, the challenge is that we read super chats. So that is consideration. It's if you super chat, we will read some of your chats.
So do we. But that isn't. So do we. That doesn't. It's. I mean, it would be considered a consideration, but it would.
But that's not gratuity. It's consideration. They're giving you money to change something. If I said we won't read anything you super chat, so feel free to just give us free money, then that would be.
Yeah.
But as soon as you say, "Hey, Jim from Arkansas gave us $20," now you've read them.
Right. And they'll say something like Jim says X, Y, Z, ABC.
Right.
And they're super chatting for the chance that we do read.
Now when we super chat, we never read their message. We just denote who it's from.
Well, that's gratuity for you then.
Yeah.
Because you don't give them anything.
You just say, "Hey, shout out."
Yeah, we never say. We don't allow them to put a message on there. It's just an amount.
Yeah,
and
so that's a little different.
So I'm excited.
Wait, is that right? That's not right, is it? I mean, I guess maybe Lummy doesn't consistently read them all the time because Lummy has trouble reading, but I think they read super chats, guys. Bubba Army in the chat. I'm not crazy, right? I think Bubba just ignores Lummy when he reads them. Yeah, only time they don't get read is when it's like it's something Lummy can't read. If there's big words in the super chat, he doesn't read those, I think.
That maybe some of that shit might be not taxed.
Checks out. I mean, if you just say, "Hey, shout out to Bob, thank you."
So you can. So I sell these to my fans.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, that's what I thought, Johnny Fradley. I think Lummy pretty much always reads them out. I think Bubba's like misremembering it because he doesn't read them. He just tunes out Lummy. Wrong? What do you mean wrong, Holyoke Joe? Lummy reads them most of the time. I can't think if they have a limit. If there's a minimum? See, I think that might be where you get into trouble is if you have a minimum. This is so like, who the fuck is like checking on whatever, but it's like, if you denote that you have a minimum value, monetary value for getting the super chat actually read, that I think would be, crossing the line to where it'd be like, okay, no one is just doing this as a tip. They are clearly doing it so you will read their super chat and you see all of these tips you're getting at this monetary level because you get it. Blake Brannon, the comments are not allowed? What? I'm so confused. You guys don't see the messages he doesn't? Oh, maybe you guys are right. No, so Lummy always calls him out. He shouts him out, but I don't think he doesn't always read the super chats. But they do sometimes. I've heard him do it before, but I think you guys are right. I think I don't know. Yeah, you've left comments before and nothing said. No. I think yeah. Okay. I don't fucking know. I know I've heard Lummy read a comment before, I think. Now I'm remembering I feel like I have I'm remembering Lummy reading out super chats. Anyway, let's move on. And fucking Babyface telling him to say the message because it was a pro Babyface message.
Tim, these are tactical bags, and you could put your. That's where you put your.
The gun.
That's where you put your gun.
The gun.
We're on
It's just an over the shoulder gimmick like this.
You can wear it in front too.
Yeah, what's that?
You can wear it in front too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you can wear it in the front.
In the front.
Yeah,
You can
it's
actually
cooler.
use it.
it's cooler in the back.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
fat guys don't like to put it in the front.
Fair enough.
But you can put your wallet and everything in there. But you have a quick release. And I don't have my gun with me because I can't travel with it. But my girlfriend packed my shit for me, and I got Bubba Army knives.
Oh jeez.
And so she has everything in there, and I get stopped at TSA.
Oh shit.
And they're like, "Do you know you have a knife in there?" And I'm like,
No.
"No, I really don't." And he goes, and it's a 5-inch knife with a locking blade, and it's got my logo.
Are these Bubba's fucking dude? He brought the fucking headphones. Look. Are those Bubba's fancy schmancy headphones that he was talking about he needed? I think those are his headphones. That's funny.
Logo on it. And
Did they even use headphones? I don't remember. Well, I think they did.
he took me aside, and since he knew who I was, and
Oh, you're lucky.
he let me go. He said,
Wow.
"I can write this one of two ways: as a pocket knife, which is legal. We take it, but we don't make a big deal about it, or as if it locks, and he didn't
Or
write
if it's over 4 inches too, right? Because if
Right.
it supersedes the palm, then it's considered
in my
a dangerous
case.
weapon.
And so he wrote it up as a pocket knife and let me go about my way.
Oh, we
I don't think I need to get on the phone and rip her a new one. I almost missed the Tim Pool show because I had to stop at fucking TSA for a weapon.
She saved you a whole lawsuit right there.
She saved me a whole bunch of shit.
A whole lot of money. Well, not
Yeah,
her.
That might be a first, Tim. Our guest didn't make it because he got stopped smuggling the fucking knife at TSA.
Yeah.
That's
Man.
crazy. You're sweating bullets, I bet.
Oh my God! They still procedurally made me go to a room.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
dumped all my stuff out.
Yeah.
You know, like my I was good at everything else. And the guy goes, "I'm just going to write this up as a pocket knife, and you can go along your way." But I was still in a little room for about 5 minutes, which sucks.
No, and then you're sitting there thinking the entire time like shit.
Yeah.
You know.
And they have all my shit there, laid out, thrown out, scattered out, with the 2 knives.
Got cameras on you.
Oh,
and
two of
everything.
them.
See, 2 of them, yeah. Because I usually keep 2 of them back here with my gun.
Yeah.
And there's 2 of them laying right there, and I'm like, so I take a picture of them, I send them to her, and I go,
Thanks, babe.
yeah, thanks. Look what you did.
She owes you a nice dinner when you get home.
Shoot, yeah.
Bubba was messing with the tech deck thing. He wants to play with a tech deck.
Thanks.
Look. He's reaching for it. Bubba wants to grind that railing right there.
You did.
She owes you a nice dinner when you get home.
Shoot, yeah. Now, Tim, do you make all this, or people send it to you?
That guy, he brought it all.
Oh, did you?
All purchased from random people across the globe.
Really?
Little craft dudes that just make it in their basement and stuff.
Cool.
Our cameraman has no life.
I'm not really good at it.
Oh my God, they're about to play with the tech decks. I was joking. They're actually doing it. Oh my God. No fucking way these guys actually play with the tech decks in here. Holy shit. Look at this. He's about to do an ollie.
Tim's really good at it. He was doing it earlier.
Move your hand.
He was the only one that could make it go down the slide without.
Bro, no way I was right about that. That is so fucking funny. I was really starting to think like, man, I'm retarded. What am I smoking that I think he has a tech deck thing out here? Because it looks like a little table, you know. I was right. That's scary.
Cupping it like you are. You're cupping it. You're so cheating. You are so fucking cheating.
I just learned like last week.
The crazy part is the pros will actually do everything with just 2 fingers. Like
Now, do they have
actual skateboard.
competitions for finger skating?
Oh, I bet they
We
do.
don't, but there are. Like this has been set up for all 2 days now.
So they'll have
Oh
competitions.
shit, here
on
goes Tim.
tricks and
Here goes Tim. We got an ollie, we got a kickflip.
It's almost similar to skateboarding in that realm.
Yeah.
Like
Well, you can
the
see how much
money
skateboard-
prizes are up there. Like
I had Tony Hawk on my show one time.
Oh, yeah?
That's the closest I've come to skateboarding.
That must be cool.
He was way more
corporate.
quiet.
You've got a podcast now.
Not anymore.
Nope, not anymore.
Yeah, Hawk and Wolf is canceled.
Well, that was short-lived.
Did he realize that there's no money in it early on, and somebody sold him a bag full of
He
grand?
probably makes more money.
Oh, there's some of the skateboards right there, the little tech deck deals. I didn't even see them right there.
Appearing in QNL commercials.
Right.
Yeah. Then trying to do a podcast.
That's what I'm saying.
He makes
For
more
the
money.
amount of time that you have to put in to establish something, he could probably his first video game he makes a couple million a
I was
year.
going to say the residuals from the first and second Tony Hawk are probably
Oh
through
my
the roof still.
Oh God. Even the bands that were.
No, the first residual was like a couple million or something.
4 million.
Oh yeah.
But I'm saying it's been
Oh, still not anymore?
20 something years.
Does that still sell though? You think? Does it sell?
Well, he's about to
He's
release
making a
the
new one.
next set.
Yeah,
the
the
remaster.
remaster something.
Oh,
I have it sped up ever so slightly. We're only at 1.25 speed. And Tim is like, it looks like he's stuck in a loop. Trying to grind this railing here.
I know Madden made.
3
I
and
know
4.
Madden made like 35, 40 million.
Well, they got into this sort of like gambling niche that a lot of other games got into, where they started a trading card game inside of it, to where you could
Bubba's not watching anymore. Quit playing with the little tech decks.
purchase packs to build teams,
Yeah.
and it turned into
Legally though,
you got to
right?
buy these packs.
Yeah, Tina, I think that's what this is. This is before the show. So I feel like I did hear someone explain that they were doing something before the show, the green room. But then last night when we were watching the TimCast program where they actually did the news stories and stuff with Bubba there, they went to the Uncensored show afterward, and we caught some of that. The whole time I was trying to get set up on Discord uselessly because I wouldn't have, they only took a few calls, but I wanted to call in. But yeah, I thought the Uncensored show afterward I got that confused with the green room thing. So yeah, I didn't realize that we missed this entire video.
Right.
Buy these packs.
So not only are you buying the fucking game,
You're shelling money out to
they're keeping
EA
you hooked on the fucking
nonstop.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
they were making so much money, and then
Yeah.
everyone else is following suit. NBA 2K all of a sudden is doing the same thing. They're doing
One of
pay to
my-
play cards.
One of my guys on my show is into trading cards.
If anyone watches this and you're not familiar, this is Bubba. By the way, just resetting here. This is Bubba the Love Sponge that went on Tim Pool's show yesterday, and this is the Green Room Uncensored deal before they get into some touchy subjects. But this is Bubba the Love Sponge. If you want to follow Bubba, which I do recommend because the fucking morning show is hilarious and it won't interfere with your Tim Pool time if you're here because of Tim Pool. Bubba's show, you need to go look for the Bubba Army everywhere. Fucking Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble. He's like, they're kind of almost everywhere. The podcast, go look at the Bubba Army podcasts. And if you aren't familiar with me, I do parody songs for the show here and there. And some of my recent songs have been a little too crazy for the radio and apparently too crazy for YouTube as well. So anyway, it's a struggle.
And you wouldn't believe that world.
Oh, we dabbled in it when we were younger. Tim still dabbles in it. We got, we guys play Magic.
That was what?
Magic.
Trading card games.
Oh yeah, we play Magic all the time. Magic's smoke. I got decks that are worth $10,000-$20,000.
Wow.
It's nuts.
Wow.
Some of the Pokemon cards and stuff that are out there, like the foil originals, like first run stuff, are all Charizard card that
5,000
Logan
bucks,
Paul
please.
wore came out to his
that's
fight. It was a $50,000 card that he put on a necklace and wore it out to his fight. $50,000 for a Charizard card, and it's probably up from that now because that was a few years ago. So yeah, we're talking some of these cards in mint condition, first run.
My guys are like the Caitlin Clarks and the Webinghamens and all that kind of
You
shit.
can trade these things for a house.
I think
some of
he
these
just
cards.
did 10 for
Seth Kushner's got a big boner right now.
edition Charizard's worth $2,500.
Yeah.
You know why?
No, more than that.
Do you know
It's
where?
way more than that.
Yeah, it's way more. It's like
I'm sorry.
250,000.
250,000.
That's what I
I was like, you're missing a
Expensive
zero,
for
huh?
that.
You know where I really fucked up? I started radio in '86, and I was a music director at my first station in Terre Haute, Indiana. And the record, that's when we still played.
Bro, Tim, stop playing with the little skateboards, bro. It's literally, you're making it difficult to hear Bubba with your little click noises. Come on, dude. Enough kick flips.
Vinyl.
Yeah.
And the record labels would send you like the Michael Jackson Thriller, or
He had all the original presses and stuff.
But they would send you radio station only copies.
Yeah,
And
not
so
for
they
sale.
they would either not have a B-side, they'd have a remix dance on it, or it would be, they were so limited. They would only make 600 of them because there's only 600 top 40 stations at the time. If I would have hung on to all that vinyl that I had, of that promotional vinyl.
Promotional, that's what it was called. Promotional.
Yeah, it wasn't available.
Yeah, but
And I would we just throw it away. We'd have like everything from Falco, Rock Me Amadeus to, fucking Putting on the Ritz.
Yeah.
Shit that, and they would send you, because you'd get a cue burn. When you played it, you'd have to have the record machine going, then you'd let it go. And the needle would hit that very first note. Well, after that needle hit that first note 50 times, it'd get a little bit of cue burn, so you'd have to replace it. So when they sent you records they'd send you 50 of them.
Yeah.
Knowing that,
Because you gotta be able to
if it
play
was a
these
big
things
hit,
for a
you'd be
while,
playing it once every 90 minutes. That's what the turn and burn on top 40 was back then, B96.
Wow. Every 90 minutes, scratching up that fucking record.
And stuff. So
If not more. You can do it more too, right?
oh yeah, now you can.
Oh, God, I grew
Well,
up
then
on
could you still do
B96.
it more than that? I can imagine.
No, about 90.
Is it 90s? Like stuff it?
In Chicago, they were doing like 50 minutes.
It's nuts. Back in the older days with that B96, Q101,
Eddie and Jobo.
Eddie and Jobo, and
Mancow.
you had
Larry
nights with like
Jack.
DJ Markski and all that stuff like that. Top
Bad Boy
99.
Bill.
I miss those. Like, I'm from Boston, so I miss like WBCN and AAF.
You know who's a really good friend of mine?
I don't.
Larry Bird.
Really?
Oh,
Indiana.
Well, his brother was my roommate in college.
Really?
Jeff Bird. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
How's he doing now? He's living
Larry's a recluse. He doesn't really do much.
I figured that. He doesn't do much media. He doesn't do it. Like, because now everybody's like out in front of the, you know what I mean? Like, they're all doing podcasts.
No, he kind of disappeared after coaching.
He doesn't give a fuck about any of that.
He's got his money. He's got his legacy.
He was so frugal and so well with his money, you know. His brother was my roommate in '86, and he won the MVP of '86, and they gave him a brand new Jeep Wrangler.
Yeah,
and it got sent down to us in Terre Haute.
This back with the old Converse that everybody used to wear and everything, and he had that whole commercial. He's like, "You already know what they did for me. I walked away with the MVP," and that was like he had his shoe.
We were there when him and Magic shot that commercial at his house in West Maple.
Really?
In French Liquid. Remember when him and Magic did that commercial? Magic pulled up in a limo, and Larry was outside shooting.
And then you
in a rural area.
Yeah.
I was just a little shit back then.
Just a little guy.
I was back watching Michael Jordan in Chicago.
I've seen it though. I wasn't
Ollie up.
there for it.
First,
I've never seen that commercial. My thing is I like to put jerseys, like signed jerseys and stuff. Like during COVID, there was this thing called like a jersey break where you pay $20 to pick a number 0 through 9, and they open the box live on the little Facebook stream. And if you got in there and you picked a number and say it was like what number Shaq? 0? No, Lakers.
Shaq was 32.
So 32.
Yeah.
So if I pick 2, people's like, "Oh, 32 Shaq." I'm like, "Yeah, I got a sign, authorized."
Probably one of my I collect jerseys. One of my best. I got a Henry Aaron. I got a Pete Rose. I got John Unitas. I got a Brett Favre.
I have a Steve Young. I have a Derrick Henry Alabama jersey.
Yeah.
White one too. It's fresh.
Where's Derrick Henry from? Where's he from as a kid?
Oh, I knew this one, but I forgot.
Yulee, Florida.
Florida, yeah.
He averaged as a senior in high school. He averaged like
500 yards a game.
Like
really ridiculous.
26 yards a carry. Yeah.
He was a beast.
Bubba's getting into Larry Bird shit.
Like a carry.
Per carry.
He was a man amongst children. Literally.
When he was a senior in high school, he was like 6'1", 240.
Yeah.
So I was looking up on another tab. I was looking for this one video that I want you guys to see, and I found it. And I did have a little trouble for a second, but I found it. So that's good news.
One of those guys that was just like, "Get him out of there. He's not a kid."
If you watch the videos, he's like who he is now. As a kid, as a 16-year-old versus like scrawny kids. It's crazy. He had like 500 yards a game.
Wait, my favorite football team is the Packers. And they haven't done shit for free agents.
No, they're really
not doing shit.
Nothing.
They got a guard from San Francisco.
Okay, that helps a little bit.
And
what are you gonna do with your receiver room? Christian Watson, you can't rely on him. His hamstrings all bupkis. I mean, Josh Jacobs is back.
I thought for sure.
No, I wasn't trying to.
Yeah, for how long?
Yeah, I'm saying, but I'm saying for this year.
He got 3 full weeks with him.
I was hoping they get Devontae back.
Nope.
He's where did he just go?
Rams.
Where does Rodgers end up?
Retired. He's done.
It's between Minnesota and Pittsburgh.
You think he's actually going to keep playing?
Yeah, I think he's going to keep playing.
Well, now he's got the possibility of following Devontae, right?
No, Matthew Stafford staying.
Okay. Yeah, Stafford's staying.
Cooper Kupp's going to go, so maybe the Packers land Cooper Kupp in a trade.
Broken down 34-year-old guy who's hurt.
Yeah, but you guys like broken down receivers. You got Christian Watson and everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, you make a great. I mean,
I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I can't argue with you, buddy. I can't argue with you.
Blake Brannon, bro, come on. Steve, how much to block Joe? Dude, just block him with your account. I don't want to start taking money to keep people blocked or something. Come on, man. You can just block him, I think, and you won't see him in the chat.
I think the front runners are Minnesota and the Steelers right now. Because who else? Because the Giants just signed.
Well, they just got rid of Justin Fields.
Well, they got rid of
Giants.
And
the Giants just
Vikings just got rid of Donald.
And Daniel Jones just signed with.
You're talking sports. You lost Tim Pool, and you're starting to lose me here.
Daniel Jones.
Where's that?
You want to check it out?
It's a mezzanine.
We can bring the camera. You can
Yeah,
check it out.
I'm good.
No, it's up. It's safe. It's fine.
Yeah.
Bubba don't want to walk upstairs. Is there an elevator? I'm just playing. It's just jokes. Come on, cuh.
It's a night up there. There's a pool table, work area, cocktails, hanging out. You throw free at the back.
He said, we can go up there if you want to walk up the stairs. But I was like, no, I don't know. I want you to tell me what's up there.
My studios have a gym, sound. It's not this large, obviously. It's about 9,000 square feet. So we have a kind of a
Bubba has a whole gym. Bubba's in good shape. I'm just making jokes. Come on. He's big boned and he's got a lot of muscle on this frame.
Two.
Well, that was technically a go for it.
2011.
Nice.
So I had a different one when I worked for Stern in 06, which is a smaller building. But my new compound I've had since 11, and we have gates and everything. I had a guy that Tim. I had a guy that was in prison and was trying to kill me.
Wait, what?
I had a guy trying to kill me.
Oh wow.
He wrote the judge, and if you're incarcerated and you write the judge, and it's about somebody on the outside, they have to tell you.
Yeah, like confiscate.
So he told the judge he was going to kill me, and he was a retired cop that shot 2 people.
Damn.
And he was in prison for methamphetamine, and he told the judge.
Kenneth Kimberlin, guys. Remember, I did a parody song about Kenneth Kimberlin.
So Bubba the Love Sponge got cameras in his cell and is watching him 24/7. And when he gets out of prison, he's coming to kill me. Well, he gets out and he shows up to my station.
Oh shit.
Yeah, shows up at my station. Yeah. My girlfriend goes out to confront. We're on the air. We're live on the air behind gates and everything. He's at the gate trying to get in, shaking.
Okay.
And my girlfriend goes out there.
Dude, just won't go.
She was a former police officer,
Okay.
oddly enough.
Okay.
So she had a gun on her, and by the time we called the police to come get him, he left. They eventually got him, and so his latest he wrote the judge is that when he gets out, he has to help his buddies, biker buddies, feed body parts to the 800-pound python that lives below his trailer.
Okay. All right. So they got him and they reincarcerated him?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I would hope so.
Yeah.
Probation there?
Yeah.
If you go that way,
Yeah.
it's fun side.
Then I had another guy
It's
come
like a backside.
and vandalize
But
my
not the
gate
front side.
and,
Oh,
and
you're right.
throw eggs at my building and then and
Oh,
tape it
come
all on this.
Bro, what the fuck is going on right now? Tim Pool is literally ignoring Bubba and playing with tech decks, which he could do any other time of the day. You're ignoring Bubba's Kenny Kimberlin story. Come on, Tim. What the actual fuck? Like, I really, what is going on right now? Is this like a power move? Is this some kind of power move when someone really cool gets into Tim Pool's studio? He has to make them feel not as cool. So he engages with them for 20 minutes and then starts playing with little skateboards. Like, you're not that important. I've got tech decks.
Instagram.
Smart.
Smart.
That's how you get away with it.
Yeah. And then
Criminal masterminds, a lot of them.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna send my death threats directly to the judge.
And then record myself egging and
Yeah,
destroying.
right.
vandalizing the
So he
property.
did all that. So I mean, that was a no-brainer. I mean, we pressed charges on him. He had to fix my gate, make restitution.
I hope they made him actually go out and physically fix it
No,
himself.
he just
Like,
wrote me
there's
he wrote me
risk.
a check. You know, but
Can't fucking
I had to get a new
I'd
fucking
love to
gate.
see
Was it
that
hard
shit.
to collect on the money?
No,
No, he paid right up.
they made him pay because he was on probation. So and they didn't even let him make payments. He paid me $3,400 right there.
Lucky he had the money.
Wow. You got $3,400 out of that fucking wacko, Bubba? That is surprising. Guys, that is fucked up that the crazy crackhead who's an ex-cop that killed some people and now thinks he feeds body parts to a 800-pound python under his trailer, that guy has more disposable money than me. Good God.
Money.
Yeah. We had to sell his house. So some of his neighbors called the show and be like, man, thank you so much.
Oh, he had to sell the house to pay.
Yes.
Oh,
So some of his neighbors were calling me saying thank you for fucking dealing with this guy because having to pay you made him have to sell his house. Now he's out of the neighborhood.
God.
Oh, man, that's shit broke, man. I mean,
That is shit broke.
So he didn't have the money, but he had a house.
I mean, I can understand having to come up with $3,400 is hard because that's a pain in the day. But I don't know, you can get a loan or something.
Yeah, you should be able to.
You think about it, but I mean, if you're
Second mortgage, depending on how hefty the fines are.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
30, you can get a personal loan or just get a credit card and just do the cash advance and get walloped with the 30% interest.
Man, if you seen what New Time, my son is young and he was getting his first time credit card
Oh, geez, how bad is it?
39%.
Yeah, they'll get you now.
And I told him, I said, you're not getting that fucking credit. He's like, oh, I want a credit card.
Like 10 years into it, and they're still offering you 29s, like it's some kind of a prize.
29's kind of like 27's like where most of my
But like, why would you? I mean, 30 points.
Because they know you need to build credit.
I mean,
You want to build credit? You want to build credit?
I don't.
40%.
I told my son, I said, I'll put you as a code. I'll get my American Express account.
What do you have,
I'll get one for you, and you can start building that way.
Yeah.
You can also get debit cards now that build credit.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
You can go to debit cards, put $1,000 down. So, and it's
Like a
good for it.
prepaid
And then that goes
That's how my wife started building because she's from Beirut. So like she's like, I don't have a credit score. I don't need one, right? So I'm like, and she's 30 years old, right?
Right.
And then I was like, well, let's figure it out. She's like, I get this debit card. And I'm like, all right, let's do that. I mean, I got a good credit score, might as well.
Front side.
So.
Yeah, that'll work.
But the thing there in Beirut is they have a debtor's prison, so she hates it.
That's a big deal.
They have a debtor's prison?
In
I
Beirut,
like that.
in Lebanon,
You know how many scumbags you get off our fucking streets if we had that?
all of them.
And everyone's
If everybody had to pay your bills,
You gotta do a very low
that
deal.
makes for a better society.
The other half of that coin, though, is all the good people that are just in debt.
It's just all the people that just had student loans, they're just getting,
Well, maybe you make it,
Bubba, you sure you want to go to debtor's prison? The IRS will have your ass locked up.
Let's get it. Certain levels to it,
all right.
We calling that?
I'm just gonna leave this right here. Is that good?
You
Yeah,
can
you'll be
leave
fine
it there.
then,
You can bring it with you.
No, I don't need. There's nothing in there.
That's a
Right
green
up.
room, y'all. You want to say hi? You want to shout anything out?
Hey, everybody. I'm at the Tim Pool Show, as you probably know, and I'm very honored. I might be the first guest to bring his own headphones. I think Tim's a little mad at me about that, but I'm an old timer and I'm stuck in my ways when it comes to my headphones.
You want to plug anything, website, show,
No.
anything like that?
No.
Oh, well, pretty much everything we do is at the Bubba Army, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Rumble. We also have our master site, which has all of our archive stuff, which is Bubba Army HQ, BubbaArmyHQ.com. So appreciate y'all. And good. And I think I met me some new friends here. This guy's wife's from Beirut. Hard telling where that's gonna fucking end up.
It's going to be explosive, baby.
Thank you, man.
That's a green.
All right, that was cool. That was actually really was compelling, the first half of it. Once Tim started playing with the tech decks, I started yawning and anyway. But good stuff though. Good stuff. All right, guys. So yeah, follow Tim Pool everywhere. Support him. Thank him for having Bubba on. Hopefully Bubba will be able to make it on Tim's show and Rogan's and, be able to make the rounds once the documentary comes out. So we're all excited for that shit. The Hogan Bubba wife tape documentary thing that's going to explain all that and the connections to Trump as well. Sounds really crazy, guys. I'm excited to see the documentary. I should have gone to the BRN to look at it to watch it. When everybody was here for BARP, I should have done that because I am dying to see it. But yeah, guys, we got something to look forward to. But yeah, follow Tim Pool everywhere. That's what I was saying. Bubba Army, follow Bubba Army everywhere. If you're a Tim Pool fan, that made your way here. Please follow Bubba Army everywhere. They're on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, fucking TikTok too. I think they even have an OnlyFans. Check them out everywhere. And also give me a sub, follow everywhere. I'm constantly putting out parody songs about stuff, and they are actually bangers. I wouldn't lead you to disappoint you. Okay, so speaking of parody songs, guys, I shouldn't even tease this right now because it's too early. Hopefully, I will have a podcast episode 3 for my pre-recorded podcast that I do for the Bubba Army podcast channels. Episode 3 of the Dark Match Steve Show podcast for the Bubba Army. We are going to break something down. Okay? Guys, remember we were talking. I don't want to give everything away right now. I'm not exactly sure who's watching and whatever, but the intrepid few that have made it this far into this stream tonight, you should know that the next podcast, we're going to break down I found the parody song, guys. I brought this up one night. No one say the name of anybody that is involved in this in the chat. Don't say anything. Don't do any spoilers. But I talked on here. I explained to you guys that it appeared that maybe one of my parody songs got ripped off. Someone did a parody song that I did, the exact same song about the exact same individual. The lyrics are different, but dude, yeah, man, where I found the song. Remember that night I couldn't find the song, or I didn't know where to find the actual parody song, because I was like, guys, how could someone came up? These people have definitely heard my stuff, and they came up with the same idea. It's just like it's not likely that they came up with the idea on their own. Okay, considering that I had done the song months before. So anyway, I could not find the parody song that night. I found the parody song that they copied me with. Okay? I found it, guys. So we are going to break this down. I'm saving this for the Bubba Army podcast. I'm saving it. So you guys are going to have to go there for all of the drama. Okay? I'm not gonna be a complete asshole or whatever, but we're gonna break this down, guys, because look, I am Brian from Philly's in here. What's up, bro? Thank you for joining us, sir. We just went through the green room deal, the super secret uncensored green room conversation with Tim Pool and Bubba. We just broke that shit down. But yeah, guys, anyway. Yeah, there are some people that may or may not have ripped off one of my parody songs. And you know what? I don't want to be a complete dick about it, but I'm going to speak truth here and call things how I see them, because it's just not fair, man. I do it all for free. I do it all for credit and exposure. And for someone it's like stealing money out of a homeless person's cup, stealing change out of a homeless person's cup when you steal one of my fucking parody songs or ideas. Anyway, we're going to break all this shit down. I found the song, which the thing was, we heard about this song. We heard people talking about this song, and I was like, wait, that is exactly the song that I did. We're gonna break it down, guys. This is no, it's not Manson. Blake Branham, no. It wasn't Manson. But however, I think I may have actually given Manson and I don't know. Someone texted me about a song Manson did that was similar to one of mine, but I don't think he really ripped me off, or he did a different song but it was about the same person. So I don't really, I wouldn't call that ripping me off or anything. But yeah. Yeah, Holyoke Joe, I wonder who found out. I wonder who gave me the lead about the ripped off parody song. Screw that guy Manson. Yeah. Well, look, I don't know. I'm split on Manson. I don't like how things ended, but I don't exactly harbor any ill will towards him or anger or whatever the fuck. If it weren't for Manson, I wouldn't be doing any of the songs that I do, guys. That's just how it is. So I understand where some people would be very frustrated with him, given how things ended and how things have been going. Apparently, Bubba said the other day that Manson and Spice Boy are, every time they bring Bubba up, it's talking shit about how he fucked up and whatever. I mean, I don't know. I don't watch their stuff, so I don't know if they do give Bubba any credit for getting the YouTube channel past 100K back when they did or anything. I don't. Whatever. If Manson's being a dick, then that sucks. But yeah, he was a big inspiration for me. I can't lie about that. He's got some really, really fucking funny parody songs. So, all are good, including Ned. Yeah, so the Ned songs are really fucking funny. Some of those were the big, big pops. All right, guys, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. This has been Dark Times with your favorite little twink, Dark Match Steve. That's me. I'll be on tomorrow night. Should be about 8 o'clock, I guess. Stein's on tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday, right? Yeah. Yeah, so I should be on about 8 o'clock. And again, we are probably keeping it Bubba-based topics for the rest of the week. Might not be exclusively that, but I probably will be including at least some Bubba stuff for every stream for the week. So, but again, guys, I'm looking for some other videos. There's some stuff I want to play on here. I'm having trouble finding some of it, but anyway, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Look forward to the rest of the streams this week. I'll see you guys tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you guys so much for the support. For real, I really fucking appreciate it. I've been getting more subs, and I appreciate everybody hitting the likes on the Facebook and YouTube. Please don't forget to hit the like button and stuff, because that shit really helps. I hate to have to remind people about it or whatever, because I feel like it's repetitive having to say it every fucking night. But anyway, thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Take it easy.